Every single day, millions of people wake up already exhausted, not because their bodies are tired, but because their minds are overloaded. Before they even step out of bed, worries begin attacking them. Bills, deadlines, expectations, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being left behind. Life does not ask if you are ready, it demands that you perform, regardless of how broken or confused you may feel inside. And slowly, without realizing it, many people begin to live in survival mode instead of growth mode. They react to everything. They complain about circumstances. They blame others for their struggles. They surrender control of their lives to pressure, emotions, and external situations. Over time, they forget that they were once capable of greatness. They forget that strength is not something you are given, it is something you build. But there is another path, a path chosen by those who refuse to live as victims of circumstance, a path built on discipline, awareness, and self-mastery. This is the path of the warrior mind. It is the mindset that allows you to remain calm when others panic, focused when others are distracted, determined when others give up. This mindset was embodied by Miyamoto Musashi, one of the greatest warriors in history. He did not rely on luck. He did not depend on talent alone. He relied on preparation, discipline, and mental clarity. From a young age, he understood that defeating opponents was meaningless if he could not first defeat weakness within himself. While others trained only their bodies, he trained his mind. Musashi learned to control his emotions. He learned to remain composed under pressure. He learned to think clearly in chaos. He learned to observe instead of react. These skills made him dangerous not because he was violent, but because he was mentally superior. His strength came from self-mastery, and this is the truth most people never realize. Your biggest enemy is not society. It is not your boss. It is not your competitors. It is not your past. Your biggest enemy is your uncontrolled mind, your doubts, your excuses, your fears, your laziness, your emotional instability. Modern science now confirms what Musashi understood centuries ago. The brain is adaptable. It can be trained. Focus can be strengthened. Confidence can be developed. Emotional control can be learned. You are not stuck with the mind you have. You can build the mind you want. The monster mindset is not about becoming cold or ruthless. It is about becoming stable, disciplined, and mentally powerful. It is about staying grounded when life tries to shake you. It is about choosing logic over panic, purpose over comfort, growth over excuses. When you begin developing this mindset, something changes inside you. You stop reacting impulsively. You start responding strategically. You stop seeking approval. You start building self-respect. You stop fearing failure. You start using it as feedback. You begin to understand that hardship is not punishment, it is training. Every difficulty is shaping you. Every setback is sharpening you. Every uncomfortable moment is strengthening you. Musashi never expected life to be easy. He expected it to be demanding, and that expectation made him unstoppable. He welcomed pressure. He embraced struggle. He understood that comfort creates weakness, while challenge creates champions. The warrior mind does not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" It asks, "What is this preparing me for?" It does not say, "I can't." It says, "I will learn." It does not wait for motivation. It moves with discipline. It does not run from fear. It studies it. This is where your transformation begins, not in external success, not in money, not in status. It begins in how you think, how you respond, how you discipline yourself when no one is watching. When you awaken this mindset, you stop living as a victim of life. You become a student of life, a strategist, a builder of your own destiny. And once this awakening happens, nothing can truly stop you. Once the warrior mind is awakened, the next challenge begins: discipline. Awareness without action is useless. Motivation without structure is temporary. Real power is built through systems, repetition, and commitment. This is where most people fail. They feel inspired for a moment, then return to old habits. They start strong, then disappear. They talk about change, but never become change. Miyamoto Musashi understood that mastery is not created in dramatic moments. It is built in ordinary days, in silent practice, in lonely effort, in showing up when no one is watching and no one is applauding. He trained relentlessly, not because he was weak, but because he respected excellence. He knew that every repetition sharpened his edge. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. It is waking up early when your bed is comfortable. It is working when distractions are calling. It is practicing when progress feels invisible. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. Most people depend on motivation. But motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Discipline is structural. It stays. Champions are not more motivated than others. They are more consistent. They build habits that carry them forward even on bad days. Another core principle of mastery is strategic thinking. Musashi never acted without awareness of consequences. Every move had purpose. Every decision had direction. He understood that short-term pleasure often leads to long-term pain, and short-term sacrifice leads to long-term freedom. In life, many people choose comfort over growth. They waste hours on meaningless entertainment. They avoid difficult conversations. They postpone important work. They choose what feels good instead of what builds strength. Over time, these small choices destroy potential. A master thinks ahead. Before acting, he asks, "Will this strengthen me? Will this move me forward? Will this improve my future?" If the answer is no, he walks away. Power comes from selective behavior. Awareness is another pillar of mastery. Musashi trained himself to observe everything: the environment, the opponent, the rhythm of movement, the emotional state of others. He learned to see beyond appearances. In modern life, this means developing presence. It means listening instead of waiting to speak. It means noticing patterns, understanding people, reading situations, recognizing opportunities and dangers early. Most people are mentally asleep. They live on autopilot. They scroll without thinking, react without reflection, speak without understanding. Because of this, they repeat the same mistakes again and again. When you become aware, you gain advantage. You avoid unnecessary conflict. You choose better paths. You protect your energy. You act with wisdom instead of impulse. Adaptability is another essential principle. Musashi never relied on one technique. He adjusted constantly. When conditions changed, he changed. When strategies failed, he redesigned them. Rigid minds break. Flexible minds survive. In today's fast-changing world, those who refuse to evolve become irrelevant. Jobs change, markets shift, technology advances, relationships transform. Life never stays still. Those who cling to the past fall behind. A master treats failure as feedback, not as identity. Losing does not mean you are weak. It means you are learning. Mistakes are data. Setbacks are lessons. Every fall contains instructions for improvement. Most people take failure personally. They feel ashamed. They quit. They hide. Masters analyze. They adjust. They return stronger. This mindset creates resilience. You stop fearing mistakes. You start using them. You stop avoiding challenges. You start seeking them. Consistency ties all these principles together. Discipline, strategy, awareness, adaptability. None of them work without consistency. Occasional effort creates temporary results. Daily effort creates permanent transformation. Small actions repeated over time build extraordinary strength. One workout means nothing. One study session means little. One good decision is not enough, but thousands of them shape destiny. Professionals separate themselves from amateurs through consistency. They perform whether they feel good or bad, whether conditions are perfect or terrible, whether anyone notices or not. They understand that success is boring, it is repetitive, it is quiet, it is built in routines, not in hype. When you live by these principles, something changes. You become reliable, focused, mentally tough, emotionally stable. Others begin to trust you. Opportunities find you. Pressure stops breaking you. You are no longer drifting through life. You are navigating it. You are no longer hoping for success. You are engineering it. And this is what true mastery looks like. Understanding discipline and mastery is important, but knowledge alone will never change your life. Many people know what they should do. Very few actually do it. They watch motivational videos, read books, take notes, feel inspired for a moment, and then return to the same habits. Inspiration fades. Discipline remains. This is where the monster mindset separates itself from ordinary thinking. Living this mindset means applying it every single day, in real situations, under real pressure. At work, pressure is unavoidable. Deadlines, competition, expectations, criticism, uncertainty. Most people collapse under this weight. They panic, they complain, they gossip, they blame management, they make excuses. Over time, they become known as unreliable. A warrior-minded person responds differently. Instead of reacting emotionally, they prepare strategically. Instead of complaining, they improve their skills. Instead of fearing responsibility, they accept it. They become calm in chaos, focused in confusion, reliable under pressure. When others lose control, you gain respect. When others hesitate, you move forward. When others quit, you adapt. This is how leadership is built without asking for it. In relationships, the monster mindset creates maturity. Many conflicts exist not because people are bad, but because they are emotionally undisciplined. They speak when they should listen. They attack when they should understand. They defend their ego instead of protecting the relationship. A mentally strong person observes before responding. They regulate their emotions. They choose wisdom over winning arguments. They know that shouting never creates respect. Silence, clarity, and consistency do. They understand when to apologize. They understand when to set boundaries. They understand when to walk away. This balance is strength. In personal growth, this mindset destroys fear. Fear stops more dreams than failure ever will. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of being wrong. Because of fear, people delay their lives. I'm not ready yet. I need more experience. I'll start later. I'll wait for the right time. But the truth is simple. Readiness is created through action. Confidence is built through repetition. Skill is developed through mistakes. Musashi did not wait to be perfect before fighting. He learned while fighting. He improved while struggling. He grew while failing. You must do the same. Every uncomfortable situation is training. Every difficult conversation is training. Every public mistake is training. Every rejection is training. Nothing is wasted if you learn. To live this mindset, you must build systems, not wishes, not hopes. Systems. Start each day with intention. Decide what you will conquer today. Procrastination, laziness, fear, distraction, weak habits. Write it down. Make it real. Then choose one difficult action that proves your commitment. Work out when you want to rest. Study when you want to scroll. Speak when you want to hide. Work when you want to quit. Do it with full presence, not half effort, not excuses. Full D. Discipline. At night, reflect. Review your day. Ask yourself honestly, did I act with strength? Did I act with purpose? Did I grow today? What must I improve tomorrow? This reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without reflection, life repeats. With reflection, life evolves. Over time, this daily ritual reshapes your identity. You stop seeing yourself as weak. You stop seeing yourself as unlucky. You stop seeing yourself as average. You begin to see yourself as disciplined, as capable, as resilient, as reliable. And once your identity changes, your behavior follows automatically. Life will never stop testing you. There will be losses, betrayals, failures, delays, injustice, pressure, pain. No mindset removes suffering, but this mindset gives you strength to face it. You stop asking life for mercy. You start building armor. You stop begging for motivation. You become disciplined. You stop waiting for opportunity. You create it. You realize that true power is quiet. It does not announce itself. It does not seek validation. It shows itself in consistency, character, and courage. You do not need to be famous to be strong. You do not need applause to be disciplined. You do not need permission to grow. Your battlefield is your habits. Your weapon is your mindset. Your victory is your character. Every day you are becoming someone. The question is who? Weakness is built daily. So is strength. Comfort is built daily. So is discipline. Mediocrity is built daily. So is greatness. Choose carefully, because the mind you train today decides the life you live tomorrow. Stand firm, stay focused, remain unbreakable, and win your battles, one day at a time.